and welcome back for my little mini series here on the channel from the Castel Rock Kitchen cookbook. Today we're going to be making the blue plate special, which is a continuation from the potato stuffing that we made last week. The ingredients that we'll need are some chicken thighs that I've gone ahead and deboned and left the skin on, and then from the bones I made 2.5 cups of chicken stock just by boiling that down in my slow cooker overnight. You'll also need 3 tablespoons of flour, some thyme sprigs, half of a small julienne onion, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 package of frozen peas, and some salt and pepper. Plus, we'll also need our potato stuffing once it comes out of the oven, actually. But let's go ahead and get moved over to the stove, and we'll start bringing this part of our dish together. Here at the stove in my cold cast iron skillet, I'm going to add my chicken thighs that I've liberally seasoned with salt, skin side down. Now that I have the chicken thighs arranged in the pan, I've gone ahead and turned my heat up onto medium. The reason we're starting this in a cold pan is it's going to allow more of those chicken fats to render out of the skin, which we're going to use as the basis for our gravy. I'm going to let these sit here and cook for about 15 minutes untouched without moving them around or anything, just to let that skin crisp up before we turn them over. Once the chicken is done and your juices run clear and it's reached an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, remove it to an oven-safe plate. Once you have all your chicken pieces removed to an oven-safe plate, pop it over into a warm oven just to help keep it warm while we make up our gravy. To the chicken drippings, add in 3 tablespoons of flour and allow this to cook for about a minute. After a minute, start slowly adding in the chicken stock, being sure to scrape up those little brown fond bits that were left over from the chicken. These are going to add incredible flavor into our chicken gravy. I want to add in a little bit of pepper and then check it for seasoning. I don't think it needs any salt right now. That residual salt that got left over in the pan from cooking the chicken has seasoned this up beautifully. So now all I'm going to do is allow this to simmer gently and thicken up. While we're waiting on the gravy to thicken up, it's time to start cooking our peas, and I'm going to start by melting my butter into a saucepan and adding in my onions and allowing these to saute for a few minutes. Now that the gravy's thickened up a little bit, I'm going to add in my thyme sprig and allow this to just sit there and simmer and stay warm until our peas are done. Now that my onions have softened up and started to turn translucent, I'm going to add in the peas. And 1/2 cup of chicken stock. And allow these to cook until the peas are warmed through. Once your peas are warmed through, go ahead and season them with a little bit of salt and pepper. There's our salt. Give it a nice little stir and then remove it from the heat and drain off that extra chicken stock. Alright, with that, our peas are done and our gravy's done. I'm going to go ahead and remove the thyme from it and plate up our dish. I've gone ahead and fixed up a plate of our blue plate special. I've added in that potato stuffing that we made last week, along with our peas, chicken, and the gravy, and I'm very excited to dive in here and give this a try. I'm going to start with a little bite of this chicken. Make sure we get a good bite of the stuffing in there as well, and some of that gravy. This gravy is actually incredible. I tried a little bit of it earlier. That stuffing was amazing on its own, but paired with the gravy and the chicken, it takes it to a whole nother level. I like the peas. Overall, if I saw this dish on a menu, I would definitely order it, and I know I will be making this a lot in the future. But that is going to be it for me for the day. I will leave a link to the to the potato stuffing video up in an iCard and also down in the description. If you guys have enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you guys tried these recipes out, let me know how they turned out for you. And as always, thank you all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.